Yeah, it's nice to have Phil back. Obviously, a lot of good years with Phil, and he knows what it means to be a Montreal Canadian. So excited to be different for him. There's a lot of changes around here since he left. So yeah, when he gets here, I'm sure he'll fit right in.
Did you have a chance to talk to him?
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit last night. He's obviously very excited. It's been a little bit of a frustrating year for him, but he, for the most part, went to LA, had a lot of success. Did the same thing he always did for us here, and we know his game, so he'll fit in nicely, and obviously looking forward to welcome him.
What would it do for you to play with him, Brendan?
Sorry, could you say that again?
What would it do for you to play with him?
I mean, it'd be great. Obviously, I think me and Philly have had a lot of success in the past. I know exactly how he likes to play, and he does a lot of things to help his line mates. So it's, if I get that opportunity, I'd be very excited.
Is Damas Tatar on his way?
Send him a text. I don't know.
What does it say, Brendan? What does it say about what this team, this organization wants to do this year? They don't want to wait. They're bringing bodies. They're bringing NHL players.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's urgency. There's urgency to get results. I think. The league is so competitive, and trying to get an edge any way you can. And we just added a very good player who's going to come in and take care of a lot of things that, not that we're missing, but you can always add and you can always help out. So it's an area that every team's looking to shore up. And like I said, really good player, and looking forward to seeing him again.
The fact that Phil knows how does it work here, will it be really easier for you guys to fit him well here and having the result? I mean, right there.
Yeah, yes and no. I think there's also been a lot of change since Phil left. So not only players and coaching staff, but personnel around the locker room, and so I'm excited for him to get here. I know he's looking forward to it. He obviously had a lot of questions like Phil does, but. He's a very good player, very smart player. He'll pick it up quick, and like I said, we're looking forward to welcoming him.
Did you talk a little bit more with him recently over the last few months compared to?
I mean, I've always had a good relationship with Phil. Obviously, he's a friend, right? So you check in from time to time, and I know he's been frustrated and not getting the opportunity that he probably deserves. And like I said, good player, good friend, good teammate. Look forward to having him.
The fact that he's a veteran, you believe that's going to help?
With Gallagher, which is everyone's favorite thing to do, so it'll be nice.
Thank you. Everybody here had good souvenir from Phil 2021. About yourself, is that one of the best souvenir times that you had with Phil?
Yeah, I mean that was my first full year here, and he's a guy that for me as a rookie, I looked up to, and when you make it that far in the playoffs, you obviously have strong memories with everyone in that group, and to bring him back is going to be great. And we just chatted on the phone, and we're excited to run it back. And a great guy and a great teammate.
Even if there's new coach, new management here, Phil stay close of the nucleus of the team. I mean, you, Brendan, you play with Nick and Cole. Do you think that it will be easier for him to fit it right away here because of that?
Yeah, I think obviously just his knowledge of the city too. He's always loved it here. I know that, and I'd like to think he likes a lot of us too. So. Again, it'll be hopefully an easy transition for him, and besides the weather factor, I guess. Other than that, it should be an easy transition for him.
That's good. The weather?
Yeah, same thing as LA.
How did you find out about it, and what was your reaction when you heard it?
Just I think Suzuki texted me last night about it, and I was trying to sleep, and then there's always rumors swirling around, and it's exciting when it's finally done, and you get a player, and you don't have to lose another for it.
Tell me a bit about what Phil brings to the team and how he might fill some needs right now.
He's just a well-rounded player. Obviously, he's strong defensively, great stick, great at face-offs, and a smart player. So that's someone that every team would like to add. And for us, he's going to be hopefully a big help on the penalty kill, and I think it just adds a lot of depth to our team, and all these good teams that are making it far in the playoffs have strong depth, and that's just a huge help for us.
I'm sorry if I'm making you repeat. We repeat almost every day how young is this
Morning. Nick. Morning. What was your reaction, Nick, when you heard the trade?
Yeah, I was excited. Texted Phil right away, and I think he's excited as well. So he's a really good player and someone that we've obviously a few of us have played with before. So it's excited to have him back.
He was here when you came. How significant is it to bring back a guy that you know really well as a captain?
Yeah, I mean it's nice to be able to know him and know what he brings, and easy to welcome him back to the team. So he was obviously a huge help for me as a young player. So it's nice to reconnect with him and bring him back.
What do you think is it for the young core of your team to have a good veteran like him?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, adding a veteran piece that's played in a lot of big games and plays hard minutes. So it was a big piece, and I'm sure Marty will like that to have another guy can trust in a lot of different situations.
Do you think this acquisition shows that the organization starts on another level of the rebuilding or building a championship team?
Yeah, I think it's kind of the first time that we've traded for an older guy that's been around the league. So it's nice to have that, and it's a good feeling from as players to get that trust and belief from the management to try to add for the run into the playoffs.
What did you learn from Phil on the ice, and what did you learn about being a pro and the way he conducts himself?
Yeah, I learned a lot just watching him and how he plays the game. Smart defensively, good sticks. On the power or on the penalty kill. So yeah, just watching him and playing with him, I learned a lot, and just the way he carries himself in the room and getting ready for games and things like that. I learned a lot from as well as a young player.
We repeat almost every day how young this team is. What kind of effect can adding a 32-year-old can have in the locker room?
Yeah, I think just another voice and presence that's been around and been through different situations, and it's nice to add an older guy that can help us out, and I know he's excited to come back home and hopefully see him soon.
At this point of his career, do you think that he is more a Dvorak type or
Bon matin.
Bon matin. Absolument. Tu es content parce que tu as une chaise?
Merci.
On est en français avec Martin Mémoire.
Salut Martin.
Salut.
Philippe Danault, en ce qu'il peut vous apporter, est-ce qu'il est plus près de Dvorak ou de Monahan sur l'impact, sur la façon dont il peut jouer pour vous autres et ce que vous avez besoin?
Ben, c'est un gaucher, comme les deux t'ont nommé. Moi, il va jouer un rôle défensif pour nous autres. C'est exactement, là, je ne sais pas encore, mais je m'attends à ce qu'il joue un rôle défensif puis il amène du leadership.
Est-ce que tu as eu la chance de lui parler? Puis si c'est le cas...
J'ai texté hier, c'est tout.
C'est un gars qui va chercher à se relancer, Martin. Comment tu accueilles la motivation d'un gars qui veut se relancer?
À bras ouverts.
Il y a quelques jours qu'on entendait son nom qui circulait un peu. Quand tu as su qu'il s'en venait avec les Canadiens hier soir, quelle a été ta réaction, Martin?
Ben, j'étais content pour le groupe. Je connais le joueur, je connais pas l'humain. Fait quand des affaires de même y arrivent, mais tu essaies de... Ben, je l'ai texté, contacté, commencé à développer une relation avec le joueur. Puis l'intégrer. Tu commences à penser comment on va l'intégrer et tout. Puis... mais j'essaie pas de... je pense qu'il va venir nous rejoindre à Boston. Fait que je pourrais faire n'importe quoi dans ma tête, si c'est ça que je vais faire. Puis là, à soir, ben, il y a des choses qui peuvent arriver, puis ça change toutes tes affaires. Fait que je planifie bien loin, mais là, comme j'essaie de commencer à bâtir une relation avec un joueur que je connais pas la personne. Fait que ça, ce côté-là, c'est... je te dirais que c'est quelque chose que j'aime faire. Puis on va voir où est-ce que ça va aller.
Quel message ça te lance à toi comme entraîneur-chef de la direction de l'équipe qui décide d'amener un joueur, un vétéran, puis peut-être au reste du vestiaire sur les intentions cette série?
Ben, le message est toujours pareil, je te dirais, de Kent et Gord. Moi, j'ai super confiance en leur... je dirais pas plan, mais en leur décision. J'ai beaucoup confiance que... Je trouve tout ce qu'ils ont fait, c'est très calculé, puis j'ai gros confiance qu'ils ont toujours... les décisions qu'ils prennent, c'est toujours pour le bon de l'équipe, puis des fois, c'est des décisions qui vont nous aider à court terme, des fois, des décisions qui vont nous aider à long terme, mais je trouve que c'est deux hommes qui sont très calculés. J'ai super confiance dans tout ce qu'ils font.
Guillaume et Jean-François, est-ce que c'est Pollard ce soir?
Oui.
Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres changements dans la formation?
Matheson joue. Stroop, il est out. Je pense que c'est tout.
On va dans. Salut Martin.
Salut.
À peu près au même temps l'an passé, vous aviez été chercher Alexandre Carrier, qui était comme Phil Danault, peut-être dans une situation qui n'était pas idéale dans son équipe. Toi, comme coach, est-ce qu'il y a des choses que tu peux prendre justement de cette expérience-là, puis que tu peux apporter, puis qui te donnent espoir que vous pouvez prendre Phil puis l'amener à la même place?
J'ai toujours espoir. Chaque cas est différent. Quand on a fait l'échange pour Carrier, comme Phil, je connais le joueur, je connais pas la personne, puis tu sais pas exactement comment il va fitter, puis on n'a rien forcé avec Alex, c'est arrivé tout organiquement, puis j'imagine que ça va être la même chose.
Salut Martin.
Salut.
Je me doute que tu aimerais peut-être qu'il attende un soir, là, mais Sidney Crosby peut égaler, ou peut-être devancer Mario Lemieux. Tu viens de Laval, tu as sûrement joué Mario dans ta jeunesse. C'est quoi la symbolique de voir que Crosby peut devancer une légende comme ça?
Ouais, c'est spécial. Les deux carrières sont spéciales. Qu'est-ce que il a fait? Qu'est-ce qu'il continue à faire? Fait que j'espère que ça ne sera pas à soir. Mais si c'est à soir, tu respectes ça pareil. Mario Lemieux, pour moi, c'était mon idole. Pour moi, c'est le meilleur joueur qui a joué dans la Ligue nationale. Quand tu passes en avant de ça, c'est quelque chose.
Martin, pas de relance.
Est-ce que pour toi, c'est vraiment clair sur ton tableau que Oliver Kapanen demeure un centre offensif pour le Canadien? Après la transaction d'hier.
Mais je sais pas si j'ai déjà dit ça.
Je te pose la question. C'est pas que tu l'as déjà dit, mais je te pose la question.
Moi, Kapanen, c'est un centre de 200 pieds. Il est capable de faire tout. Fait que je pense pas que son rôle va changer. J'ai pas dans ma tête que Kapanen, c'est un centre offensif. Kapanen, c'est un centre de 200 pieds.
On avait déjà parlé de ça, les grosses minutes de Nick. Est-ce que tu t'attends peut-être à les voir un peu plus partagés avec un gars comme ça qui va venir au point?
Je sais pas encore. On va voir.
Yeah, Marty, you had such a good dynamic between Dvorak, Gallagher, and Anderson last year, and kind of recreated at times with Jake this year. What was the effect of having three righties together that might have a negative effect in recreating that kind of momentum cycle line that you need?
No, I mean, I feel ideally you got both sticks on the line. Ideally, because I feel you can be a threat from both sides more. You're not going to get stuck or, not that you can't do it with three lefties or three righties, but I feel it's a little bit harder just, attacking from both sides, especially the amount of pucks that go below the goal line now. And to be able to have, at times the right stick in the slot for one-timer or whatever, it draws coverage, it opens up other things, and I'm not talking power play, I'm talking 5-on-5. So, yeah, ideally, if I'm building lines, ideally you have at least one lefty, one righty on each line. That's the best case scenario. But sometimes you get steered in a different direction because they find a way to make it work.
I know you don't want to see it happen this weekend, but if I had told the younger version of you that some kid is going to come up and end up scoring more points for the Penguins than Mario Lemieux, what would you have said to that?
Well, he's going to need to play a lot of games, which he has, and what Sid has done is remarkable, but when you stop and think and how many games that Mario did it in, that's special.
You called Mario in French the best player
Yeah,
you've ever seen.
For me, yeah.
Where does Sid rank on that list?
I think Sid is top 5, for sure. Top 5 all time. I don't know exactly where, but I feel like I pay my respect if I put Sid in the top 5.